good sitting posture. So, we spend a lot of time sitting down during the day, and if you are a busy working mom like me, then you're probably sitting at your desk for long hours. Maybe if you're working in executive or higher roles, then you probably are sitting down for work travels, long meetings. Etc etc. And even when we are home with kids, when we are sitting down with them, say if they are younger, then you're sitting and playing with them. If they're older, you're sitting and getting them to study or do their chores. And our life in general has a lot of sitting. So it is very important that you sit in a good posture, because otherwise you tend to get a lot of spinal, that is back, neck, and joint pain. So today let's talk about a few points. So I'm going to talk about 4 points that will help you to determine if you are sitting in a good posture. So, the very first thing is, when you're sitting, is your head balanced correctly on your body? So, basically, is your neck or your cervical spine in a neutral posture? So, if you look at yourself sitting sideways, you can get somebody else to take a picture of you when you're sitting sideways. Or if you have a mirror to the side, you can have a look at yourself. There are 2 points of reference here. One is your earlobe, and one is the point of your shoulder. So, look at, okay, let me show you the forward head posture. So basically, some people have the chin poking out. So look at where your earlobe is and draw a straight line, an imaginary line from here, or you can take your pen, and this is the point of my shoulder. So do you see there, the line from your earlobe is falling very much in front of my shoulder tip and not in line with this. But when I have a good posture, my earlobe will fall in line with my shoulder here. So basically, if you keep your point of pen on the shoulder tip, you will see that my earlobe is in line with it. Now, if your earlobe and your shoulder tip is I mean, it's in line with each other, that's great. If it's not, then you know you have a tendency towards going towards a forward head posture, or you already have a forward head posture. So what you can do is make a note. So suppose this is my forward head posture, this is where my earlobe is, and this is like the tip of my shoulder here. So this distance in between this pen and the tip of my shoulder, make a note of that. So, for example, if it is, say, 1 inch, so if you are doing some exercises, some postural corrections, or you are being more mindful of your posture, check this again in a few days' time, maybe a week, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, and make a note of this measurement and see if you have progressed. So basically, that measurement, instead of 1 inch, it may be half an inch, or it might maybe like less by a few centimeters. So this is 1 point, and this will make sure that your neck or your cervical spine, as I said before, is in a neutral position. So basically, avoiding any neck pains and shoulder pains. Now, the second thing is your shoulders. Usually, people who have a forward head will have to round their shoulders in order to balance the head on the body. So, this rounded shoulders is another posture that's quite common. So, if you have rounded shoulders, do you see how this all these areas are under a stretch, and you tend to get pain in your upper back, your shoulder blades, your thoracic spine, and it can also affect the muscles near your lower cervical spine and neck and shoulder. So if you are sitting down and you have one of these chairs that go up to your shoulder blade or higher, make a note of, when you're sitting down, is your shoulder blade, let me just come forwards, are your shoulder blades actually touching the chair? So it's not, if you are rounded, you will not be able to get the outer part of the shoulder blades to touch the chair. You will be like this. So probably the middle part, that is your spine, will touch the chair. However, your shoulder blades will not be touching the chair. So that is point number 2, right? Again, measure that distance from the chair to the back of your shoulders here. This will help you to track whether you're progressing towards a good sitting posture. Now, point number 3 is your lower back. So you see, we're progressing down the spine, or rather progressing down from the spine, and we'll go down the body as well. So with your lower back, you should make sure, if when you're sitting down, note that whether your lower back and bottom area, that is your buttocks, are they actually touching the back of the chair? So, you know where your back of the chair, that is your backrest, and the base of the chair, that's the seat on which you're sitting, this area here where these two meet, your lower back or bottom should be touching that area. If it is not, it will probably indicates that you have a rounded back or you are slumping back in your chair. I have done a couple of other videos which teach you how to correct your posture, and you can follow that. You can go to my YouTube channel, or you can just go to YouTube, type my name, Swati Prakash, posture or sitting posture, and these videos will come up for you. So this is that is something I'm not going to cover in this video, but that is something you can follow if you are going to try and correct your posture, whether that is sitting or standing or sleeping. I've done a couple of videos on all of these, so you can have a look there. So that was your lower back or your lumbar spine. So if it is rounded, your lumbar spine will not be touching the junction of the backrest and the base of the chair, that is the seat of the chair. It will be a little forwards from that angle. Now let's go down. This is the fourth and final point. Let's go down to your feet. So when you're looking at your feet, see if your feet are actually resting on the floor, or if you have one of those chairs that have like projections down, like the base of the chair has a place where you can place your feet. Either that, or they are placed on the floor, or if you use a footstool, then they're placed on the footstool. Now, there are 3 points of contact when it comes to your feet. Whenever you're standing or sitting or basically putting weight onto your feet, that is, you're not sleeping, whenever you're standing up or awake hours, you should have 3 points of contact on your foot. Now, I cannot show you my foot, so just imagine that this is your foot. So, the ball of the big toe, the ball of the little toe, and the heel. These 3 points together are known as your tripod of the foot. So whenever you're standing or sitting, well, in this case, we're talking about sitting posture. So whenever you're sitting, you should have your tripod, as in the 3 points that I just described to you, touching the floor. What this does is your foot is in a neutral position. So your feet joints, your ankle, your heel, everything's basically sitting in a neutral, happy position for these joints. If, for example, you're not on your tripod and you're more on the outer edge of your feet, you will have supinated feet. If you are more on the inner edge of your feet, you will have pronated or flat feet. Then that comes with its own set of problems, right? So these are the 4 points that I wanted to cover for you, to so that you can understand if you are sitting in a good posture, and if you are not, then these points can help you monitor your progress towards a good posture. So sorry, I forgot to mention with that foot position, if you feel like, for example, that you have flat feet and you're working on some exercises to increase the arches of your feet, basically get over those flat feet. Sorry, flat feet. So you're going to, if this is your foot, this is the outer edge, and this is how you are sitting, basically putting more weight on the inner edge of the foot. You're going to see if this is the floor. If this is the floor, how much is the distance between this outer edge and the floor? And as you're working towards your exercises, are you actually reducing this distance or not? So you'll have to keep a track of these measurements and then gradually measure them over a period of time to know if you're progressing towards a good sitting posture. All right, so I have written a blog on the same topic, that is, how do you know if you are sitting in a good posture? And I will leave a link to that blog in the description of this video. If you're watching me on Instagram, you can go to my bio. The link is in there. So when you click on the bio, it'll come to blogs and it'll show you. That's the latest blog that I have written. And blog covers this topic in more details. There are a few more points and a couple of other things, that pictures and videos that'll help you. Alrighty, if you have any questions for me, any comments, any topics on spinal or joint pain that you want me to cover, let me know. And just before I go, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Swati. I'm an executive mom power coach. I help moms of younger kids who work in high stress executive jobs manage their spinal, that is back, neck, and joint pain. I do this by giving you simple exercises, easy lifestyle changes, some hacks, tips, and tricks. And I also talk about some non toxic natural products that have helped me in my own spinal and joint pain journey. Now, I do this without taking away a chunk of your time because, hey, we are moms. I know moms are busy people, especially when working moms, right? So, yeah, that's about me. And I'll see you guys next time. Any questions, any comments, drop them below the video. Don't forget to go have a look at that blog if you want more details. Alrighty, I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.